Hello guys, welcome to a new Get Rekt gaming news video, and I have some news for you guys today. It's a little bit of a slower news day today, not a lot has happened, but I do have some stuff still. I have a news update towards a Nintendo Switch Pro / Nintendo Switch 2. We will talk all about that in this video, and apparently there are rumors for another Marvel game. I talked about a Black Panther game not too long ago, but there is another one in development. It's a rumor. We'll talk all about that. Sit back, relax, take a beverage, and let's get on with the news. So the first thing that I want to talk about today with you guys is some news towards the new Nintendo Switch that has been rumored for a very long time. A Nintendo Switch Pro, Nintendo Switch 2. There are a lot of rumors about it. We've seen a rumor about double the hardware spending that Nintendo was doing all of a sudden this year, which was pretty weird. We saw some leaks for like an Nvidia DLSS capabilities, upscaling to 4K, that kind of stuff. So there were leaks in the past towards this new Switch that could handle maybe 4K. I got some news on that, and it's not really good news, I suppose. This is a tweet from Takashi Mochizuki. He works for Bloomberg, and he posted this on Twitter. Nikkei, that's basically a Japanese news outlet, and they made an article about Nintendo Switch spending and financial reports. There will be no Nintendo hardware this fiscal year, which ends in March 2023. Not immediately clear whether that part of the article is from Nikkei's own reporting or what Nintendo president who Nikkei interviewed for the story said. Basically, I cannot get towards the original article. They basically interviewed the Nintendo president, and they mentioned that there won't be any Switch Pro, Switch 2 kind of release around at least March 2023. So that's basically this fiscal year. Next fiscal year starts in April 2023, which I find pretty weird because of the fact that Nintendo, as I said earlier, they have spent a lot on hardware, manufacturing sales, materials this last year. They even doubled from last year, so I found that really weird. And there was this leaker, if you guys remembered, called Silux Hunter, and he has been correct a lot of times, and he did say, I think it was him, that he was the one, that there was a Nintendo Switch Pro indeed in development. Now, Nintendo said themselves that we are in the shall I say, mid-life cycle for the Nintendo Switch, so that could still mean we will see far more games for Nintendo Switch. So that's why I was first thinking of a Nintendo Switch Pro instead of just immediately a successor to the Nintendo Switch. I was really thinking Nintendo is going to do like the Zelda Breath of the Wild stick again and make Breath of the Wild 2 a, shall I say, launch exclusive, like not exclusive, but a launch title next to this next upgraded Switch. And then you can play it on your normal Switch and the benefits, shall I say, of the new one. I really thought they would do that and double dip on that, because they have done it with the first Breath of the Wild, and that sold a lot of units for them, a lot of sales. But apparently they might choose a different route, and I do think Breath of the Wild 2 is slated still for March or April next year. I don't have any reason to still doubt that. Now, of course, this doesn't really have to mean anything. They could still release this Nintendo Switch technically just in April, and then it would technically be next fiscal year, with Breath of the Wild 2 in April, for instance, and my theory would still be correct. The only difference would be it's not this physical year, but just a month later, which makes it next fiscal year. So I wouldn't yet like be alarmed about this. Just because they say it's not for this physical year doesn't mean it has not like an April or May launch. It could still be there. Of course, a fall 2023 would also make sense, because that sells a lot of units towards the fall. But, you know, Nintendo can release the new Nintendo Switch anywhere they want, to be honest, and it would still sell. Look at the Nintendo Switch now, and it's still selling, one of the best selling consoles. If I have any updates towards this and hear like anything about the new Switch or Breath of the Wild, for instance, I will of course make a video for you guys, so stay tuned on that. We all know Jeff Grubb. He is a pretty reliable insider-ish reporter that sometimes leaks stuff, and he leaked not too long ago about a EA Marvel game, especially a Black Panther one. Now he got his like podcast, like a new episode, I think it was on Twitch or YouTube, and he's mentioning there is another Marvel game. That is very interesting, and so I have this clip, I will play it for you guys here.
In addition, obviously, they're also making that Black Panther game we talked about last week.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they're making another Marvel game that's single player. And what else? They got, yeah, Mass Effect. And there was another, oh, yeah. And then the single player Apex Legends, you know, stylized shooter game that's focused on mobility and stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They have a lot in the works over there when it comes to single player stuff.
So what could this be? Like this another Marvel game? We already have Black Panther. I have some extra information on this. Tom Henderson, he always comes through for my channel. I always take all my information from this guy. He's really good. He commented on this specifically, and he's saying on Twitter, I have heard a few rumors that it's a Iron Man, but I never had anything concrete to fully report on. But this is heavily under the rumor category for now, and I see more information that's concrete. I'll report on it properly. Just thought it was worth mentioning. So an Iron Man game would be very cool. Hey, EA basically already made some sort of Iron Man game with Anthem. I mean, take the flying mechanics from that and put it in a Iron Man game, you can get a very good result, in my opinion. So if they can scrap some stuff from Anthem, especially the flying mechanics, shall I say. Of course, that was BioWare, and I don't think BioWare is making a Iron Man game. They are pretty full. Their plate is pretty full with already Dragon Age, Mass Effect. I could see BioWare, maybe they have another studio for EA and they were like, hey, we do have some of this stuff from Anthem. Do you want to use it for an Iron Man game? I could see that happening. I don't know which studio could be on this. And who's making Black Panther? It's one big mystery. But it's just a rumor, of course. Take it all with a big grain of salt. It could be fake. But it's a pretty interesting rumor getting two Marvel games from EA. Now, the thing is, I have no fucking like hope for EA, to be honest. They had the Star Wars license for a long time, and look at the Star Wars games that have come over the past 10 years. They weren't that great. Except, of course, for Jedi Fallen Order, which is done by a capable studio, Respawn Entertainment, one of the still capable studios EA has. But all the rest, when it comes to Star Wars from EA, has been mid. And it's a big license. Can we trust EA with another big license? I mean, I don't. I first want to see gameplay of it and reviews when it gets announced. Of course, I'm a big Iron Man fan myself. I like the character. Black Panther as well. I'm not too hot on it. At least not too hot on the movie. I like the concept of Black Panther. But if they can do a good single player game of Black Panther and Iron Man. That would be, of course, interesting. If I hear any updates towards this as well, I will let you guys know. So that's all I got for you guys in today's video. Are you guys excited for a Marvel game, a Iron Man game by EA? I'm still skeptical. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of this rumor? Do you think it might be something else? What Marvel games do you guys want to see? Let me know in the comment section. Let's have a discussion. And are you sad by no Nintendo Switch Pro or Nintendo Switch 2? Or maybe do you guys still think it's going to happen? Let me know as well. Down below, like this video, that would be amazing. Subscribe, that would be amazing. Yes, and as always, visit my social medias. That would be awesome. And I will see you guys in the next Get Rekt gaming news video. Bye bye.